Hello, my name is Sheena, and let's start with the question 4 in the midterm exam. And I will delete this. This was my first, no, sorry, third question. So I will um, give the brief detail like what exactly we have to do here. So the thing is, in this example, we have to um, implement a linked list data structure using C++. So these are the things that we have to do. So let's start with the coding. And here, um, let's include the stdio.h stdio stream. Hello everyone, my name is Sheena, and now I'm going to explain the fourth question for which I have to view the live coding demo. So yeah, I can show you like what exactly we have to do here is like we have to implement a linked list data structure using C++. So these are the things that we have to do, like scan number of elements, insert the following elements, like the given element into the linked list. So those kind of operation we have to perform with the linked list. So let's start with the coding. So let me check where if this is getting recorded or not. Yeah, it's getting recorded. So let's start with the hash include IO stream input output stream. Oops. Hash include IO stream, and which is this we required for the input and output operation, and we are using the namespace std. This allows us avoid prefixing std before scenes and cout etc. And we have to define the structure of a single node in the linked list. So for that, I'll use this struct link list node. Mm, and here I'll define the struct. And while defining the struct, I will initialize the variable, which is val, and we are using to store the actual value in this. And the next is list node. Here I'm assigning the list node to the next link, and this is nothing but the pointer that I have created to point to the next node in the list. The next is I will define the constructor to initialize a new node with the value list node. So I will add list node here and star with the um, int item. Here I'm initializing the variable inside this, and I will declare this, and in this I will assign the item to the val variable that we have created, and this is nothing but assigning the provided value to the node. And then I'll use the next link variable, which is nothing but the pointer to the null pointer. And once this is done, this is nothing but the initialize. I have initialized the next pointer to null since it's the last node of the uh, uh, mm, linked list. And here, the next step is I'll define the function to insert a node at the end of the linked list. So for that, I'll use the void fun. I'll define the add to tail function. In that, I'll provide the two variable, which is list node. Um, Here, I'm giving the pointer, address, and start and what exactly we'll do is I'll declare the other variable, which is int item. So this two variable I'm providing, and then I will initialize the variable inside this method. So to create a new node with the given item, I will give the list node, and then um, this is nothing but the pointer, and I'll give the new node. And here, once I'm done with this, I'll assign it with the list node item. All right, once I'm done with this, the next step is I have to check if the list is currently empty. And if it is empty, then set the new node as the head. So for that, if I'll use the if condition, I have to start, I have to declare the variable start with the null, sorry, I have to compare the variable start with the null pointer. So null ptr. Okay, if this is true, then what we have to do, like we have to um, start, we have to assign the new node start. Yeah. Once I'm done with these, I have to define the else condition. Okay, once. So yeah, for else, so we have to traverse the list to find the last node. So I can say we have to list the node with pointer here, and I'll create the pointer here, and I'll assign it to the start. start start. Yeah. This once this is done, I will use the while loop, which is nothing but the infinite loop. For that, I'll add the condition like walker, and I'm linking this with next link equals to if node. Yeah. So, oh sorry, next link is not equals to. I'm sorry. Not equals to null pointer. So if this condition, once this condition satisfied, then we can have the walker equals to walker next link. Okay. And then the next is like we have to link the last node to the next node to maintain the list continuity. For that, one I'll come out of this loop else part, and then what I'll do is I will assign the walker of next link. How to read this? The walker of next link to the link to the new node. And so after completing this, we have to print the last element that was inserted as a new one. So for that, I will add the cout, and I'll print the last element after inserting. So last element after inserting, and I will use the item, and then double slash 0, and then I will use the and L for this. Once I'm done with this, I will close the bracket, and then once cout is done, we have to the next and function is we have to define the function to search for a specific value in the linked list. So for that, I will use the one function which is bool contains, and I'll pass two parameter in it. So the first parameter is list node. So stnode node star start, and the second parameter is key. Okay, once it's done, I will create a bracket to define the method. So we have to start from the head of the list. So I'll define the variable for it, which is link node. Sorry, I'll define the pointer for it, which is scanner, and I will assign it this to start, start, start. And yeah, so once this is done, we have to traverse each node until we either find the key or reach the end. So for that, I will use the while loop. So um, I'll use the while loop inside this, and I can use like the scanner is not equals to null condition here, which is null PTR. And once this, like if this is false, then what? Until it satisfies the condition that I've written in while, it will execute. So what exactly we have to do is here, like I will declare the if condition, which is scanner is the value, sorry, the scanner value is equals to key. Yeah. So once this done, we will return the true. Okay. Then we will come out of this, and if this is true, then that will happen, or else we will come out of the loop and we will assign the scanner to the next link. That is, we are moving to the next node. Then we will return the false. The false. And once element not found, then we will return the false. And the next step is we have to define the main function. So in main function, what we will do is we have to define the main function which will return the value. That's why I've used int over here. So I'll start with the main function. In that, I will define the list node, which is head ptr. And this is nothing but the assignment of null pointer to the list node, list pointer node. This is nothing but initializing the linked list as empty. And then I'll declare one more variable, which is total insert. Total insert. Okay. This is variable to store number of elements to insert the number. And then I will define the C out here. I will print the number of elements to insert. Once I declare this, I'll get the value by using cin. So in cin, what we have to take? We have to take the total insert. So that is what I have declared over here. So we have to get this value from the user input. Once cin is done, we have to see out the element, means we have to print the element on the screen, which is element to insert. So I will add element to insert. Okay, once this is done, I will use the for loop. For loop, what I'll do is so once I define the for loop, I will use the index equals to 0, index is less than total search, and then index. So this is what I have used if condition, if index equals to 0, then cin should be less than keys. And here I'm printing the search for elements. So now I'll run this. Once I run this, I have to insert the number of elements. So I'll get the same input from the canvas, which is 6. And then element to insert, which is 24, 12, 5, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. This. So this is how we got the output. Thanks for watching the video. This is the all function that are performed in linked list and pointer. Thank you.